I did not do that on purpose. God just loves me.
That was like such a peaceful moment. Thank God it wasn't when you were right by there with the camera.
I know. I had the perfect angle on that too. I can't believe that just happened. It really seems like I set that
I
up.
was like, did you just you set me up a bit? Hi and welcome to Down to Earth Kitchen. I am so excited today. I am making 3 very exciting meals. We've got number 1, I'm doing a pesto bruschetta. Number 2, we're doing a shaved carrot salad. And number 3, we're making an amazing little cabbage parcel dish with ground beef. The cabbage parcels are one of my favorite things ever to eat, but I have never made this shaved carrot salad before or the pesto bruschetta. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna kind of wing it as we go, and then I'm gonna create recipe cards for you that you can go over on laurenlees.com on little downloadable recipe cards. You can hit print, or you can just view them on your phone or computer, and you can download the recipes. Okay, so we've got these 3 things that we're going to make, and I'm gonna do my best to do it as quickly as possible because I think we have a house full of hungry people. Behind me, I already have water boiling, and the first step in the cabbage parcels is to blanch the cabbage. All right, so I've already washed the cabbage, and essentially what I'm doing is I'm gonna peel apart the cabbage. It's hard not to break them. Savoy cabbage is really the best cabbage for this, which I do not have today, but that is what the recipe calls for. But you go with what your grocery store's got, you know? So what I want is for as big of cabbage leaves as possible. This is going to be really difficult because this is not Savoy cabbage and it doesn't bend as easily. Like if you bend this, like you can hear it, like crunches. So you want these nice, big, pretty cabbage leaves. I'm calling in reinforcements. Dave is gonna help me go after the second cabbage and we'll see what we can save here.
Look,
That is
perfect.
Yeah, because it's a really old cabbage of ours that's wilty, which is good.
Let's try. Shh.
What's exciting going on
Perfect.
right now? Hi, honey bear. Do you want to come over here? Want to help peel cabbage? Come on over. I'm a little embarrassed of, but slightly proud of my day, I will say. All right, how do you think we're doing, babe? You're doing great. You may and most likely will be more talented than we were at peeling apart your cabbage, but the parts that you messed up on or that are too small to really create a parcel, something like this, we're gonna set aside and you can use for the future. You can use it for sauerkraut or a salad or whatever you feel like. This will be interesting. We'll see if this actually works. And if this works in this horrid state, then yours will definitely work if you get better cabbage than we did. Okay, so I'm gonna get the salvageable pieces. I've got my 2 little leaning towers of cabbage, and then I'm gonna just take the rest of this cabbage and put it in another bowl, and I'm gonna set it aside. Let's blanch these bad boys. Okay, this is our save for later bowl. So I'm gonna put that there. Hello, Miss Aurora. Do you want to join me? Oh, so it's boiling. The cabbage is boiling. I am going to salt it. Why not? Now I'm going to start blanching the cabbage. I'm going to put it in there for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to stick it in some ice cold water. All right, gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Here's my little situation. Gotta be gentle with these because that is ridiculous. Okay, I'm just gonna get that down in there. Oh, una más. All right, so about 3 minutes. Put that in there, 2 to 3 minutes. And then I've got my ice water over there. When we are done blanching, I'm gonna start the dressing for the carrots. And then we're making our pesto from the tops of the carrots because I have very little basil in the garden right now. I think I fried most of it, so I'm gonna start over there. Here. So I love blanching. Blanching's a great thing. It keeps your veggies green and it helps preserve the nutrients in the vegetable. So that's really great. It will be a much prettier cabbage parcel if we go that way. I am going to go strain these. I mean, I even love boiled cabbage. I love cabbage. All right, I'm gonna strain these out. Some facial. Okay. So I'm getting these boiled cabbages into the ice water as quickly as possible to preserve all those nutrients and all that pretty color. Very hot, and I don't want to rip them. They're super fragile right now. Look how beautiful that one is. So I'm gonna let these cabbage leaves sit in the ice water for a bit while I move on to the salad dressing. We're gonna start with an onion if I can find it. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna mince these onions. Like I always say, feel free to laugh at my non-professional knife skills. I'm just gonna mince it into the tiniest little pieces ever. So, ingredients for the dressing that I'm creating right now, we're gonna do half an onion, minced, and then we're gonna put that in a bowl. And then we're gonna do a little bit of oil. And then you want sort of a champagne vinaigrette type flavor here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of rice vinegar here. And then we're gonna do 1 garlic clove. And then we're gonna salt and pepper to taste. All right, so now that I've got it really fine, I'm going to get this up here. Got my minced onion and I'm dropping it in a bowl. And it's important to make this at the beginning of your meal. My nanu taught me his secret with salad dressing was putting the onions in first, then the oil and vinegar, and then you really sort of had to beat up the onions to kind of get them to start, what do you call that when it's happening? I don't know, fermenting? It's not fermenting, caramelizing? I don't know, bruising and tasting beautiful. See, this is why you're not watching a professional cooking show. It's just me. So you've got the onions going in there, and then the next step is I'm going to get some olive oil, and I'm gonna put a good hefty amount. I'm gonna do a lot. And you might not need all of this, but it's always good to have a little extra. So you wanna get that olive oil in there now. And it is important to make this at the beginning of your meal because the longer it sits, the better this baby gets. Trust me, it's amazing. So this is not my Nana's recipe. I'm using rice vinegar instead of balsamic. But I am gonna do that same concept, which is beating up those onions and letting them sit for a while. So now I've got both the oil and vinegar in there. I'm just gonna sort of mash them with a fork.
Oh, I see why you put so much extra in, so when it flies out of the bowl, you'll still have enough.
That's true, it's true. This is really good. I gotta get some salt and pepper in there. Get a little salt. There. And then I'm gonna do some crushed pepper in there. Oh my gosh, this is one of our new olive wood pepper grinders from the shop. I'm obsessed. That ground really nicely.
Is that
new for me?
What's the difference between ground pepper and cracked pepper?
I don't know. You're on the wrong show for that. Okay, so I'm making this for my family, so I will be tasting. More salt, but actually really good. That's gonna be amazing. I'm gonna do a little bit more vinegar, so you guys can just kind of do your thing. I definitely do a heavier oil ratio to the vinegar. You guys might like it with more vinegar, but I try to go heavy on the oil, a little bit of the vinegar.
Survey says.
Dang, it's good. I'm gonna go a little more with the vinegar, so just feel it out. A little more salt, a little more pepper. Just kind of do this as you taste it. And you want a very, very salty, like not salty that you can't eat it, but you want a pretty salty situation in here because you're putting on carrots and there's a little bit of sweetness and sugar in carrots. So you want that salt in there. It's going good. So now I'm just gonna throw one or two, I would say, cloves of garlic. And I probably have now about half a cup with what I've got going on. So there is no way I can use all of that. So I'm gonna do 2 cloves, but use your discretion for the garlic to taste. Like I said, I am a garlic fiend and I do these on Fridays, so I have nowhere to go tomorrow. But if you have to see humans and interact, you may want to reduce my recommended garlic.
We're going to a wedding tomorrow.
We're going to a wedding tomorrow. Too late for that with the onions, garlic. Jeez. I forgot for once we have a social life. So I'm gonna mince the garlic. I lost my garlic mincer, so now I gotta just really shave it. And that's actually kind of pretty once it goes on the salad. Because this is sitting for half an hour or so, it really does take a lot of the bite out of the onions and the garlic. And people are often really surprised when I tell them they're eating raw garlic and onions because it really does just make it much milder once it's been sitting for a bit. Okay, let's do that. Pop that in there. I probably put 2 times as much as I needed, so I'm gonna go with 1 clove. That's what you're probably gonna want. All right, and then again, I'm just gonna stir it in there. I'm gonna taste it 1 second to last time and see where we go from here. This is nuts. This is really good. It's really good. Let's set that aside. It's gonna be better in half an hour. So if you guys look at this, it's getting sort of thick, and that's what you want. You really want to press with a fork your onions against the side of the bowl. Hear that crunch crunch? It's really important because you know you're mashing them, you're softening all those onions. So we're gonna just kind of let this marinate for half an hour or more, depending on how quickly I accomplish my next tasks. So let's move on to the pesto portion of the afternoon. Okay, today I am doing a carrot top pesto because I am out of many things in the garden, but I have these great carrot tops, not for me, they are from the grocery store. So step 1, I'm just gonna line up all these carrots, they're already washed, and I'm chop off these tops here. So we're just gonna do that. Probably would have picked a bigger knife for that, but that's okay. My little trusty guy here. Okay, so we're gonna set the carrots themselves aside for our shaved carrot salad. And then I'm gonna look at these beautiful babies here. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna cut off the tops of the carrots. All the leaves is essentially what we want for our carrot top pesto. And we're gonna get rid of the stems. All right, so if you start there, I'll start separating the leaves here. How's that sound? How good? A little carrot leaf pesto, yeah. And that's gonna be really nice. Thanks for your help. Love you. I think I might use the blender to speed this process up today. How's that sound?
Oh, did you ever pay that Girl Scout for those cookies?
What Girl Scout? What cookies?
She is relentless.
He's talking about fawn. All right, thanks for helping me. That was really nice that you helped me do that. All right, and we will use those chives. Can you put all of that, sweetie, into this for me? And stick that in there.
Should I squish it down?
You can squish it. It's not like lightly squish it, but not too heavy. Yeah, just kind of like that, yeah. What we're gonna do is peel these carrots into long strips, almost fettuccine-like. Cut off the tip like that, Chelsea. That's perfect. And drop that in there.
Okay.
And so we're gonna cut off the tip and we're just gonna roll it on down. Save that. I'm gonna do it again. There we go. And you can switch directions if you want so it doesn't rotate. Does that make sense? Okay, so we're just gonna do that. And so you end up with these little pasta-like strips of carrots. And some other time we'll have to do our little carrot pappardelle. But today, it's the shaved carrot salad. Turn it over. See, it's just like a little pasta noodle. There, you can start that one. You're doing great. I'm so glad you came and rescued me, girl. Thank you. Should I do the whole shebang? can make a lot of pesto.
Shebangs?
Shebang.
What's shebang?
Shebang, like the whole thing, the whole party. All right, so I'm doing about 4 cups of lightly packed herbs, which is gonna yield a lot of pesto. So I've got majority carrot tops. Then I'm gonna throw in a little baby spinach from my garden, along with some parsley and some tiny amounts of basil leaves. All right, and this,
Oh, this is so easy.
smell that. It's easy? Oh, good.
Yeah, it's like
So you got the hard one, I had the easy one, I'm sorry.
No.
So I am going to blend these 4 cups of loosely packed herbs with some olive oil. You got this. All right, here I go over here. So I'm gonna drop in my 4 cups of loosely packed herbs. I've got mostly carrot tops. I've got spinach, basil, and parsley from the garden, and whatever else I may have grabbed. Now that I'm in the corner, I'm realizing I forgot about my blanched cabbage leaves. So I am gonna take them out of the water now and start letting them drip dry. The colander. We're gonna start letting these dry out. All right, so we're gonna finish with these carrots. You wanna keep going on the carrots?
Yeah. Look at
Good
that.
job, girl. You did great.
Roy's
You did perfect. I'm gonna throw a little bit of this lettuce kale mix in there. How do you feel about that, G? All right, so I'm just gonna chop up
They
some
have
of
dirt
the.
on them.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay with the dirt today. I did my best. Okay. So I'm just chopping a little bit of lettuce and herbs because I want a little bit of green in there. So if you have something like parsley or basil, cilantro, whatever herb, fennel, you could do dill, whatever herb you want, and or lettuce, and finally chopped spinach. I am just gonna throw a little bit of that at the bottom, and then I'm gonna take our dressing. We like to start with some at the bottom, right, Giselle? And I'm just gonna stir that in and get that really flavorful and gooey. And then we're gonna start working our carrots in. Do you wanna help me with that, G? So I'm gonna stir and drop in some dressing. And then you're gonna drop in more carrots. How does that sound?
Tell me when.
When? My Nanu always said you need to turn it 32 times. Do you know that? That's what your great Nanu said?
No, because I wasn't alive.
You weren't alive? Okay, so we're gonna stir that in. I'm gonna let that sit there.
I'm so gross from stirring it.
Yeah. Your mom's a mess, you know that.
In the best
All right.
way possible, Salesy.
Thank you. Aurora has joined us here. So I'm gonna bust into this garlic. It's gonna be heaven. All right, can you guys peel some cloves of garlic for me? So I'm gonna make this pesto incredibly garlicky because it's gonna go on that French bread. So I've probably done 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 to 6 cloves of garlic in here. But I'm gonna take this garlic and I am gonna put some lemon peels just to give it a little fresh bite into the pesto.
You want to smash it so good.
That's what smells so good. Oh my gosh, this one tastes like heaven. Guys, smell that. That's a little bit of heaven.
Hello, heaven.
All right, so I'm gonna drop in my little bowl of garlic. I've got 5 to 6 cloves of garlic, and then I just grated maybe 1/4 of a lemon for some zest, lemon zest in there. And then I'm gonna put a ton of olive oil in here. And we're gonna get that lid on. You could do that one. All right, we're gonna give that a minute. I'm gonna go get some nuts. I'm using walnuts. You could use pine nuts. I don't have any. I would have used pine nuts. And a little bit of cheese.
Here you go, Mom.
Last time we used pine nuts because we didn't have walnuts, and this time we're using walnuts because we don't have.
It's just our life.
Opposite.
So I've got some freshly grated Parmesan cheese that I did right before this professional cooking show. And I have some chopped walnuts. So I'm gonna drop my walnuts in, put that in there. I'm gonna drop in, not all of the Parmesan cheese, because some of it's saved for our cabbage parcels. And then I'm going to need some salt. All right. All right, let's take a little peek. Okay, this is gonna be intense. Oh dang. Insane. This might be the best pesto we've ever made. It's insane. Isn't that insane? How insane is that? Girls, as I throw it all over the floor. Hurry, come quick, Aurora. Nuts, right?
And spicy.
Did you guys like that lemon? Let me take that little more bit of your lemon zest. So we're gonna put that extra lemon zest in there. It's really zesty. Okay, we're gonna do one whole lemon. All right, this is amazing, you guys. Okay, a little more olive oil.
With the lemon peels?
With the lemon peels. This should be the magic blending. I'm going to set this aside as well. So here's the real deal with pesto. We honestly prefer it when we have time for the mortar and pestle. Clearly today we did not. You have to be careful when you're making pesto in a blender because the motor can heat up and you don't want your herbs wilted and heated. I probably heated mine a tad and I shouldn't have, but just be more careful than me, but it still tastes delicious. So, all right, so we're gonna start our cabbage parcels now. So you're gonna do 3 to 4 ribs for this recipe, but I am doubling it, so I'm gonna do 6 to 8. So I'm gonna chop this. All right, and I'm going to mince these celery sticks because they're going into our meat and rice mixture. So these cabbage parcels are essentially a very delicious herbaceous mixture of beef and rice, ground beef and wild rice, with celery, onions, garlic, and fresh herbs. And they are going to be delicious. All right. My 3 to 4 ribs for the regular recipe, 6 to 8 for the Lease family. And then we're going to do half an onion, a 4 to 5. But Lease family, we're doubling it, so we're doing a full onion. So we're gonna mince that onion as well. I already have my wild rice cooked behind me. So I did that before I even started all of this. So you're gonna need 4 servings of cooked wild rice. For us, because we're doubling it, we're doing about 8. We are generally sort of a meatier vibe and try not to do a ton of rice, wheat, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna go on the short side of that, but you can totally make it ricier or meatier. Or if you wanna go carb-free, make it all meat. It's delicious like that. Or if you're vegetarian, forgo the beef. So again, I'm just gonna mince this up. And honestly, with this kind of little parcel package that we're trying to tie these cute little cabbages into, you really do want your celery and your onions really finely minced, along with your garlic. So we've got that whole beautiful situation there. I'm gonna drop that in there. Okay. All right, so we've got our half an onion, 3 to 4 ribs of celery going in, and I'm gonna take all that lovely garlic that my girls did for me. And so if you're doing the normal recipe, it's 3 to 4 cloves of garlic. Again, we're doubling it. Chop them up. I'm just going really fast. We're at the out of control portion of our show. This happens in every show. So I am actually just trying to save time here. I am throwing the garlic right on in. I would normally throw the garlic in later when I saute, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our celery, onions, and garlic, and we're now going to saute it over olive oil on medium. All right, we're gonna do lots of olive oil in there. I'm going to dump in my celery, onions, and garlic. And here we go. I want every last morsel, because that's me. I'm a morsel saver. Just ask my college roommates, I would put like 1 tablespoon of the leftover in the fridge. Waste not, want not. All right, so we're just gonna work it, home work it a little bit over here, okay? So I'm salting our little veggie mixture here, and I'm gonna work that as I fling vegetables everywhere. That's an important step in this process. We're waiting a few minutes to soften our veggies, and once they are softened, we're gonna drop in our 1 pound of ground beef. I'm gonna get more olive oil in there to keep this whole party going. Mixing up the beef, getting salt in there. You definitely wanna keep it salted. I like to salt as I go so that the flavor cooks into the food as it's cooking. I don't think it tastes as good when salt just kind of comes on at the end. So I probably just need to be patient and give this meat a little bit of time, but we're gonna start browning our beef on medium to high. All right, while I'm letting that beef cook, I'm gonna get to work on my herbs. I would love to see you do whatever herbs you feel like. I am gonna go with some dill today. I had it in the garden. You can do parsley, which I also think would be amazing. I'd recommend 2 tablespoons for the recipe you're making. I'm a little light in my dill right now, so that's gonna kind of go in at the very end. Normally I would just drop these right into the pot, but I'm gonna do it this way because this is a cooking show. So I'm gonna drop in some fennel, my herbs. That's about a tablespoon, so half a tablespoon of fennel. Another half a tablespoon of mustard seed. I would do half a tablespoon, 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. And we're gonna do another tablespoon of dill. I wanna make this really dilly, really dilly. All right, so then I'm gonna put some fresh dill in there, and I'm gonna mix it all up. And then I'm gonna put that into my starting to brown meat. And I'm just gonna sprinkle my little amazing herb mixture right on in there with another layer of salt. I really like to put fennel into my ground beef because it gives it sort of that sausage flavoring when mixed with all that garlic that we put in there. So this is going to be delicious. And so as I've layered in sort of my first round of herbs, I'm gonna do another here. Really wanna make sure you're working your spices in. You guys probably know all this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. All right, I'm gonna taste this at this point. Okay. I could stop now. We could, do you wanna try that, Roar? You wanna try that? This is so,
Is it hot?
so good. Not too hot. Just blew on it for you. Use your teeth for that one.
Stop.
We stop right now. I feel like we can handle this last little bit of herbs and then we'll call it a day. Okay. Deal. All right. So that was delish. Whatever we just devised there, I'm gonna write that down and we're gonna put it on a recipe
This
card.
tastes good if it's really spicy.
Dang, that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this meat off. It is not fully cooked through. It's got a bit of red in it because we're still gonna do more cooking to it. So I do not want it fully browned at this point. Okay, that's heaven. All right, let's figure out how to carry that over. Hang tight, girl, hang tight, girl.
This is fun.
It is fun. Oh, thank you for your help.
Clap, clap,
We're gonna lift it over and put it on in front of this chopping board. Thank you, Aurora.
And my arms are like,
Oh, I got it, I got it. Oh, thanks, girl.
no problem.
All right, I'm gonna drop in our wild rice, which I have already made with our chicken broth here. I'm just gonna work in 3 heaping ladlefuls. I'm going on my 4th now. Let's go with 3 cups of rice to your 1 pound of beef. But honestly, just eye it yourself. Check out the ratio that you like. The good news is the rice is what the whole thing is gonna get served on. So you do want some leftover rice for your meal. All right, so you're going to start with the cabbage leaf facing up, blooming at you. And then you're gonna take a big old pile of your meat rice mixture, put it right in the center, and then you're gonna fold at the bottom. I'm gonna go right and then left. Doesn't matter which you go first. And then you're gonna take the top and fold it back over. Then you're gonna wait for your chive to tie it together. And you're gonna set those aside. All right, now we're gonna cut these bulbs off from the wild garlic that the girls just foraged for me. And we're gonna take one of our parcels but you can tie it around and you're gonna do it into a little bow. And there's your package. What do you think of that, Miss Aurora? There's number one. All right, so I'm gonna set those aside for a minute because those are gonna need to go get sauteed for a couple minutes on each side, but I'm gonna get our bread situation going. So all I'm gonna do, I've got my oven on 400 and I am just gonna get these bad boys in the oven. This is really nice with like a sourdough. I think this is a French bread from the grocery store, likely doused in glyphosate because it's been a busy week over here. But do your healthy thing if you want. I would have loved to this week. So I'm gonna stick that loaf of bread in the oven on 400 for about 10 minutes. There. So I've got this on medium heat behind me. Got a medium saucepan going on. Reminder, I've got my extra rice mixture on low so that it's gonna be nice and hot and I can serve the parcels next to it. I do wanna just do my last little bit of dressing to my salad that's been waiting now, maybe half an hour or so. So I'm gonna mix up that carrot, that shaved carrot salad, mix that beautiful thing up, and then I'm just gonna throw a few more greens on the top. And I had pulled these really beautiful pea shoots from the garden, so that's what I'm just gonna put on top here real quick. The prettier ones. So the shaved carrot salad is done, which feels good. I'm gonna take a nicely packaged parcel. You wanna make sure that they're pretty secure with what you have. Chives is the way to go here. And you're gonna put them into your heated pan here. So,
And then
look at that sizzle. All right, and I gotta go now, guys. Fast as I can. Get those parcels in there. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. I gotta go fast. So I think I'm gonna fit about 5 in the size of my pan that I got. And I gotta get ready to flip. Where's my flipper? Okay. And I'm just gonna brown it a little bit on each side. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's kind of heaven, you guys. All right. I would say maybe 3 minutes on each side, just till golden brown, and then you're gonna pop them out onto a platter. I'm gonna try to serve immediately. There we go. There's some golden brown happening here.
It smells so good. I want smell-o-vision. I wish people could smell this.
Television. It smells really good.
People need to smell this.
Okay, this is pretty. This is pretty. This is pretty. Oh, where'd my thing go? Where'd my thing go? Oh, we got a busted parcel in here. We got a busted parcel. That is really why you need Savoy cabbage, folks. This fat stuff just doesn't do it as well.
A kitchen fail.
How about shopping fail? Can we rename it?
Shopping.
Can this one please not be my fault? All right, let's pull these parcels out. Gonna mess up the whole shebang. All right, and then just a little bit of grated Parmesan cheese on top. All right, so it's been about 10 minutes of cooking our cabbage parcels, and I'm going to pull the French bread out of the oven. Hopefully it's ready, because everybody's staring at me and they're really hungry. All right, actually it is perfect here. Oh, that's amazing. So if you guys wanna see what's going on here, this is this beautiful golden brown. This was stale bread that we've had for about a week. And now I'm just gonna take it out and I'm gonna put our pesto situation on top. Just kind of paint it on there. Okay, there. Look at this perfect one. That's really how you want them all. Okay, we're gonna load up this pretty breadboard. All right, and so now we have our beautiful little pesto bruschetta here, and I'm gonna put a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. Okay. And then I've saved a little bit of an herb mixture. You can just do a little bit of basil and parsley and arugula or whatever you've got in your garden, and you're just gonna sprinkle that all along the top of your bruschetta. And we're just gonna sprinkle that around. All right, we are losing daylight and we're finishing dinner just in time tonight. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me tonight on Down to Earth Kitchen. And we've got our, okay, I'm super excited about this, our shaved carrot salad, our parcels, and we have our beautiful pesto bruschetta. And so we're gonna go have a really nice meal with our family. My mother-in-law's visiting. We're gonna go sit in the garden and chill because this was a doozy. So thank you so much for watching today. If you liked what you saw today, please be sure to hit like and subscribe to our channel. It really helps us grow the channel and helps us do more things like this. So I'm happy you came today. Thank you for joining me and have a good one. We all made this, right guys? It's like almost sausagey, garlicky goodness. There you go. Such a fresh, springy meal. It's good. All right, cheers guys.
Hold on, give me a test of your mic.
Testing, testing.
All right, cue the storm.
The storm. I don't know how to be normal right now. I don't even feel normal right now because I got a lot to say. Let me start over.
Oh, that was so good.
Ready? You ready?
Yep.
Okay. It's just, I think walking in might be a little awkward.
Would you do it like that? Hey, babe.
Here, hon. Is it like Popeye, or what was that?
What?
Like Popeye the Sailor's Man? Like what was that?
Yeah, it's like a classic meathead move.
You're not a meathead. That's why I married you.
You can be a little meatheadish sometimes.
Sometimes.
You appreciate it.
I feel like I'm a much bigger meathead than you
Oh,
are.
you definitely are a bigger meathead than me.